The worst jaw pain. I don't know what the reason for it is. I don't think it's a tooth. Might be how my jaw is set up, how my teeth are aligned. That could be it. But like, man, if I wanted to lose weight, this is the way to do it. Because I don't feel like eating. I would just drink all of my calories, drink all my meals. Because man, it hurt. I don't think it was a specific tooth. It was just in general the chewing motion. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Pretty Huge Dilemma podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Please, at the beginning of this or at the end, anytime, please like, subscribe, share, comment, follow on X, follow on Instagram, because today we're getting into how my health is in decline because of the podcast and because of other life decisions. We're getting into how does one choose a charity? I don't know. Give you my thoughts on what I go through. And then we're going to go through why sci-fi movies just don't do it right. This is where I should say to like, subscribe, and comment. But here we are. All right, I got to make sure the sound is on because I recorded PhD TV. It's like a 2-hour thing. I just kept playing. Didn't have much else going on today. And just kept playing. At first, I just finished working out. So got cleaned up after that. So I recorded PhD TV. Mic wasn't working for the first 10 minutes of it. Then I was messing around with the mic, moving it around, up and down, moving it in front of me, to the side. I enjoy having it to the side. I don't like having it right in front of me. This feels too official, too broadcaster-esque, and that's not me. I like having it to the side so that way I got an open alley here and I have this much range. Don't gotta worry about hitting it flat. I just know don't go left. No left turns, only right turns for it. So I was messing with that, and there's a mute button on it right here. So I was messing with that, and what I'm recording with, the software on it got upgraded. Not my choice. It's not a surprising thing. Whenever software gets upgraded, a lot of times I have issues with it. That's why I try not to upgrade things. My phone, no longer upgrading. Just what I have is what I have. Upgrades, okay, fine, cool. Apps, sometimes they upgrade them. Sometimes I have to do it manually by myself. But now my phone just offloads apps. I don't use an app for, it feels like 7 days. My phone just says, you know what? I need this battery, this memory storage space more than the priority of my memory is of higher priority than this app you use once every 2 weeks. So I'm just going to offload this app. Then when I need it, I don't remember to download the app, re-download it. I guess I just don't have it. And this happens like with Uber. When I'm around not traveling and I'm just where I live, I don't really need Uber. But when I'm on a trip, yeah, I need it. And I don't always remember to re-download it when that happens. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get that re-download. I gotta hang out in the airport just a little bit longer. Like, I gotta hang out at the airport a little bit longer. Like I said, health just, it's going down. Going down. Not sure how much longer I'll be able to hang on for. First, it started with the worst jaw pain. I don't know what the reason for it is. I don't think it's a tooth. Might be how my jaw is set up, how my teeth are aligned. That could be it. But like, man, if I wanted to lose weight, this is the way to do it. Because I don't feel like eating. I would just drink all of my calories, drink all my meals. Because man, it hurt. I don't think it was a specific tooth. It was just in general the chewing motion for it, which some might say, and I like saying some people might say when I'm in conversation with people, like for example, some people might say that doing this exercise is more efficient and better. When in reality, when I say some people, I just mean me specifically for it. So I was talking with someone, we were talking about nutrition, things to eat. The person was saying, I eat this kind of food that's labeled protein on top of it, Oikos stuff, this kind of drink. Then my response was, well, some people say that's low quality protein. When I said some people, I just meant I think it's low quality protein. Some other people might agree with me. Similar when people say studies show or other things like that. They just mean what their thoughts are, but they try to give it a more broad generalization so it feels more official. Then if they get called out on it, it eventually leads to, yeah, that's just what my thoughts are for it. With jaw pain, didn't feel like eating. One idea someone might say is jaw pain, eat less, great. The other side of it, when you do eat, you just eat slower. So that could be a benefit to you. Well, that could be a benefit for me, but the other part of it is the food isn't fully chewed out because don't feel like chewing as much, so it doesn't get as thoroughly chewed up in my mouth for it. The other thing, PHETV, I don't know if that just raises my blood pressure. So we're going to do a quick blood pressure check on the pod. I got my machine here. And am I just doing this so that my blood pressure machine is just a podcast write-off now? Maybe. Who knows? I haven't figured out the write-off portion of it. I think I have to have income for that to happen. I don't know. I'll talk to my tax guy about that. But I did think about trying to reach out to places to have them start advertising, which listeners of this podcast are aware that I will sell out. There's an opportunity to sell out. I might take it depending on if I like it or not. I was thinking about places that I would like to advertise. And I'm like, I need a new wardrobe. How about Quince? I don't even know if that's how you spell it. Is it Quince, Quince? As in like quinceanera? Is it just called Quince? I don't know, whatever. Quince. I think that's it. Quince. If you want to advertise on the show, reach out. Maybe I need to clip this, put this out there. Got Quince bed sheets, got some underwear from them. Probably maybe get some shirts. If you got shirts, that would be good. I'm wearing a free shirt I got, 2XL. That's not my size. Just an XL will be fine. Quince. They're probably not going to like that. I'm saying their name possibly wrong. I'm not sure the official pronunciation of it, but reach out, DM, something like that, and we'll get some product moving for it. Which, I don't know, advertising with that they probably wouldn't be interested in growing with the show. They just want shows that are kind of already established on the side of it. You can just bring them customers. But again, if it's a lower level podcast, they just might not have to spend as much for it. For example, if you send some shirts, clothes, underwear, socks, we got bedding, but another set would probably be good with the amount, because I have been told I'm a hard sleeper. That is pretty established, that I sleep hard. I'm in bed, I'm asleep, stay there. But like I said, PHETV, I don't know if that just raises my blood pressure. So we're going to do a quick blood pressure check so that way I can write this baby off. Maybe, does that mean I can only use it here? Yeah, we got a blood pressure cuff. The official way to do it with the stethoscope, I don't know how to do that. So I just got a machine here. I probably paid more for it. I got an Omron machine. So yeah, let's have it off screen here. Maybe I should put it on screen, but we'll see. I'm hesitant to tell you the number in case it's bad. I don't think it'll be bad, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so we're getting a good measurement here. My elbow's resting on the thing. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Ooh, look at those veins popping. Ooh, that's a higher number than it usually goes to. See, I don't know what a good measurement thing is for, because I don't know enough about the healthcare and how it's done. I just know the result of the measurement. Does my blood pressure need to be around 120/80? I don't know if that would be good for now, because I've heard the blood pressure rises with age. So I wouldn't want to be at 120/80 now, because hopefully I keep getting older. Ooh. It's around 119/80, which, no, that's kind of expected right now, because I recorded PHETV, got done working out like 20 minutes ago. So we'll see in 15 minutes maybe what happens there. Yeah, now my machine's saying I got high blood pressure now, because all the other measurements I got were lower than that. Well, call my primary care, call a cardiologist, because we got health issues. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know how long it's been elevated for. Maybe I'll go in and delete that one. I don't want it messing up my averages. because I try to take it in the morning, then at night. At night, I'm not as consistent with for it. I should probably start being more consistent with it then. But man, between the PhD TV, just 2 hours of recording, which I don't think it's necessarily the PhD TV's fault. The recording adds to it because I got to talk through it, but it's also just video games in general. I think that just raises blood pressure, the cortisol. So I'm trying to play games that are more relaxing kid games, but for whatever reason, it's not for me. I get too stressed out about it. I take it too seriously, which I think that would be the recording's fault. Because if I was just playing myself, I'd be like, oh well, I lost. Nah, I wouldn't react that way. I would still be upset because it'd be like, I've lost on this last level of this. I'm upset because I did just waste my time. I'm trying to get this stuff up and built to make things stronger and trying to win these championship games, and I want something from it. Yeah, I should probably go live for video game streaming here at some point. It's been a while for it. I haven't done much over summer, but I don't think it would be with the Monkey Balloons Tower game. I think it would be something else, some other sports things where I'd play like a full season maybe. We'll see. I haven't played NCAA like a newer one. Well, yeah, I haven't played a new one. I've only played like the Denard Robinson 2016 one, I think. So I'd have to figure out the new games, and I think it's more difficult playing on Heisman because yeah, I haven't played it longer. I don't think I would do Madden. Madden's fallen off for me. It's been a while since playing that because they like messed it up. It's way more difficult and confusing than the NCAA game. And the what team building things they have on there, I get too confused for it. That's the health part of it. Oh, and that in between the pretty huge reviews, I tried to make it healthier with the IQ bars. Make sure you tune in and watch those with Ashley. See if she stays in line for those or if things get out of hand. Things get out of hand. Try to make it healthier with that instead of just random candy. So I think that's better. Maybe I'll try to keep doing that health thing. So if you have ideas for that, send them my way. Or companies, Quest, David protein bars. What other health food things are there? Um, Green Giant. They make vegetables. I try to stay away from canned things. Frozen fruits. Um, yeah. Now I'm just stalling until I think of another protein maker. The I already said Quest. What's the other one? The I don't know. I get the ISO 100. Who makes that? Optimum Nutrition. I don't get them, but they're a different one. So if you want to send me your protein powder, I'll try that out. Not the concentrate. I don't like the concentrate. Too much saturated fat and other garbage in there. I try to get the isolate for it, which that leads me to the supplement confusion. Duh. This just I spent too much time on it today because it's too confusing. I tried to listen. Well, not tried. I did listen to Rhonda Patrick on Andrew Huberman's podcast. Which, whenever I hear Rhonda Patrick on a podcast, there's too much information for me to take in and make lifestyle changes because she goes through her life and what stuff she implements into it, what supplements she takes, and pretty much everything she does. Well, a lot of things she mentions. She goes, there's a randomized thing on this, or there's not much research on it, but I think it's a interesting thing to do. And I'm like, I can't implement all of it. Then she goes through her supplement list, and I go, well, do I need these same supplements? She's 40 something year old mom, woman, and I'm not that male, which WNBA, we're not getting into that. That's not, if you want to listen to that, go listen to some other political type podcasting. We're not getting into that here. I don't really care. Okay. The supplements, yeah, that's what I care about more. She goes through supplements she takes: magnesium, multiple form. What type of magnesium? Threonate, glycinate, biglycinate, slow magnesium, the multivitamin. Yeah, take it. It's shown to help. It doesn't really matter the quality of it. Well, great. Then what other ones? Not protein powder. That's kind of like I assume she takes that one. just to get the protein need. Well, she's reducing her amount of protein she intakes. I'm like, that's like the number one thing I'm basing my entire diet on. It's the amount of protein I'm intaking. Then she goes through ubiquinol, which is the precursor to CoQ10. What other ones are listed there? Fish oils, that one. She's been on that one for a while. I think she talks about NMR, NAD. No, NMR is the blood resonance thing where you see how many LDLs you have of quantity versus size of them. LDC, LDP. That's a different podcast I'm listening to with Atia. Which she talks about like NAD or something like that. That whatever collagen type thing or something like that. I'm like, okay, what do I need to change about mine? I got whatever supplements. Do I need to add more of something? Do I need my magnesium to increase? Do I need zinc to increase? Do I need my vitamin D to increase? My K2? What needs to increase? I'm like, okay, and I think Atia has gone through like different, Lane Norton and Huberman have gone through, like, if you have a supplement, it needs to like go through these like criteria. Well, it's kind of confusing for me because I get blood work done whenever. Oh, man, this is really going into HIPAA, whatever. Blood work, I get these results. Okay, deficient these vitamins. If there's a test for it, it's pretty clear. All right, deficiency in this vitamin. All right, you take more of it. But then for other vitamins and nutrients where they don't have specific tests for it, it's like, if I take more of it, how am I going to know if that makes a difference? If I take more magnesium, how am I going to know that makes a difference? If I take more zinc, how's that going to make a difference? Well, it's not going to show up in a blood test. It'll be, well, I feel better. I'm taking this. Sure, I'm going to keep taking it. And I really can't do a randomized controlled trial double-blind placebo test on myself, because the amount of time that would take, the randomization of it, I have to have Ashley blindfold me and give me one or the other. Then I'd have to keep everything else the same. I don't have Mendelian randomizations on myself because it's just me. What's going on? So I spent way too much time going through that. And again, it's because it's so personalized, it's hard to tell what to add for a person. You can make tiers of things where, yeah, everyone should have this supplement, creatine, protein powder, something else. Then this other tier, second tier of emerging things, maybe not for everyone, helpful in some circumstances. I don't know, it's difficult. And the other part of it is, if I take all this stuff, then when I go to a doctor and they ask what I'm taking, I tell the nurse this, I'm taking this, taking this. Doctor comes in and they go, why are you taking all of this stuff? Well, because I guess I just want to throw money away. I just have excess money for no other reason, because I haven't done research on this. I haven't looked into it. I'm just throwing money away. No, doctor, I've spent time. I've tried to do research on it, but there's just so much out there. And then knowing if it's a good quality thing or not, if it's NSF certified, well, NSF sports certified, well, I'm not a professional athlete, so maybe I can take something that's a little tainted, has a little PED in it. Because the NSF certification pretty much just, you put that label on there, price is doubled. Then when I look it up, it says same stuff in there, just get the cheaper version of it. Well, I don't know. It's way too many vitamins out there. I'm not asking for more regulations of it. I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of supplements and the difficulty of finding the measurement or outcome that I'm looking for that will say, yes, this vitamin helps, or no, this vitamin doesn't help. That's the confusion of it. And on that, speaking of blood, man, I did not know people were so interested in whether we play for blood or not. Man, I had an inkling that people would have a view one way or the other about paying for blood, but I didn't know people were so against doing it. I really haven't. There's 14 comments on that video. Go check it out. Posted last Saturday. Me solving the healthcare. Dun dun dun. So I had an inkling that it would be, I don't know, a topic people would go towards one side. I didn't know they were all going to be against me. Man, not one person goes, if they did pay for blood, I would be there every 3 months. I don't know how long you gotta wait between giving blood. But everyone says, what? Maybe I need to pull them up. They say, per historical studies, this hasn't worked. You get bad blood, blah, blah, blah. Then I go, all right, let me do 2 seconds of research and see what Gemini tells me and see what research articles I can get. The first article I pull up says it seems that an incentive helps and there's no record of tainted blood and don't have long-term results on this. And I go, man, these guys are just setting themselves up to be corrected. Because they go, per historical studies. Well, the first study I pulled up proved you wrong. And I made sure to put that title in that comment. I wasn't trying to be mean about it. They said per historical studies. And I go, well, here's this exact study right here that you can Google and look that says the exact opposite of what you're going with. And people are saying you can get tainted blood. People will take advantage of the system. Well, yeah, that happens with a lot of systems for it. It's just a matter of if that's worth the risk of getting more blood, that some of it's tainted versus less blood, which again, it still might be tainted. People could still get bad blood. All right, that got me a little riled up. Let's do a BP check. All right. I don't know how long this podcast might be a little longer. I'm revved up. I'm revved up, ready to go. I'll put this on backwards, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's make sure there's no serial number or anything on there. All right, let's get another check. Ooh, speaking about that blood in the comments, though, that might give me another high measurement here. Ooh, yeah. Veins. Get a lot of grip strength. That's key to longevity, I've heard, allegedly. What else? Yeah, everyone was just against me. Oh, you're supposed to be quiet while you're getting a blood measurement. So I'm making sure none of these blood measurements count by talking through it because they're all going to be high, and I'm going to use that as the excuse to stay ahead of the game. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to sit quiet for 5 minutes, uncross legs. Yeah, stuff like that. This isn't happening. This is going to be another high reading. I'm going to have to delete all of these. This is just trash reading. Yeah. But they're all against me. I'm like, dude, everything I'm reading is incentive, fine. Lottery, fine. Whatever. That's last week's podcast. Not as bad. Is that irregular heartbeat? 108 over 64. All right, so it went down a lot. Yeah, whatever. You're getting all the other measurements I take are fine, but then once I record it on the pod, my measurements are all out of whack. That was a bad idea. Whatever. I'm gonna have to delete those measurements because it's gonna mess up my values. What does that symbol mean? I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure it out later, maybe. But yeah, everyone's just against that. Whatever. It's fine paying for blood incentives, something like that. Get more people doing it. And if you're getting bad blood, do more checks for it. Then one guy did. I don't know if he deleted this comment or not. He said, get it from overseas. Overseas, there are a lot of different countries overseas, but you're trusting blood from Africa, from Asia, from Australia, from Antarctica, from Europe more than the blood here in America. I think I'd rather have an American. All right. No, I'm not going to say. I was about to say I would rather have a tainted American's blood than a clean European's blood. I'm not going to say that. That would be out of pocket, some might say. That would be crazy to say that. I'd rather have tainted blood from anywhere versus clean blood. Yeah, I think you'd rather have the clean blood for it. Okay, what do we got? Baseball trade deadline. Who cares? People get traded. They make a lot of money. Rentals. Red Sox are hot. I might need to go back to see what my predictions were because I think I predicted the Red Sox. So I'm going to need to go back and do that. All right, man. I think this podcast will be out by then, but I got 10K run coming up. and it's less people than the typical races that I've done before. So maybe I'll win this. Maybe I'll try to win this one. Maybe I'll mess around and try to win. That would be, man, I would be bragging to everyone like, yeah, no big deal. Won this race. That's just, I think that's funny. Just a small time race, 100 people, just a bunch of parents, kids saying, yep, I won this race. No big deal. And coming up, I don't think it's like a holiday race, which holiday races, those are not going to be winning those. Because in those, you always have college kids coming back and trying to stay in shape for their low level sport, for their swimming team, their diving team, their track and field is a little more serious, but they're like lacrosse team, their field hockey, some low level sport that the school just has to have for it, but doesn't make any money. They're always coming back and trying to win things for it, but we'll see if I win that one. We'll see. I'll definitely gonna size up the competition. Like, am I gonna win this one? Definitely not gonna be starting out. It's not gonna be a what's it called when they like when a person wins and they're like first from like the front to the end, from the beginning to the end. Not like coast to coast, pole to pole. I don't know, start to finish, but it's not going to be something where I'm in first the entire time. That's not going to be happening because I got to scout out the competition, got to do some drafting, things like that. Also, I don't know the course for it, so that'll also be an issue because I don't know when it'll be like to speed up, slow down, things like that. That'll also be a slight issue for me. Okay, last thing, sci-fi movies. I'll get to the charity thing next week. I said it in the intro, but who says what you say in the intro has to be in the rest of the podcast? Not me, I say, not I. This is my podcast, so I'm going to get to the charity thing later. But sci-fi movies. Watching a sci-fi movie now. I've been watching more of them. I watched Martian, watched Moonfall, the Megastructures thing I talked about last week. And now I'm watching Parallel. This is just people find a parallel group of 4 friends down on their luck, find a parallel universe, and somehow that turns things around due to the time dilation. Change the time there goes slower so they can get a lot more work done and then bring it back to their world. Okay, cool. But in this sci-fi movie, the entire time I'm just shaking my head because they're doing the time travel, the parallel universe thing. What different than how I would do it. They're just taking too much advantage of it and messing too much with the people in that parallel universe. They're even robbing themselves because parallel universe, the mirror. Yeah, there might be spoiler. Well, I haven't finished the movie, so I don't count this spoilers. Spoilers, I think it has to happen in the last 30 minutes of the movie. If it's anywhere like in the first hour of the movie, not a spoiler. Only the end part of it is spoiling the movie. They find the mirror, and that's how they like go between the different worlds. And I don't know if there are multiple different worlds they're going to, or just if they go into the mirror, it's the same world every time. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out. I don't know if it's been explained for the movie. They go in there and they start robbing themselves because they go like to their same house in another universe. I'm like, why are you robbing yourself? That's one of the, not one of, but like that's a dumb thing you could do. Just go in, take this money. It's like, dude, yeah, I get it. It's like, I don't know. Next we're going to get into, do I believe in parallel universes? I don't know. No, I don't think they're parallel universes. I think we got our universe. Are there other life forms? I don't know. I didn't read about any being made in the Bible. Was it possibly left out of the Bible? Possibly. Anyways, just the thought of parallel universes. Like, if I went to a different one, I wouldn't start stealing from myself. Then one of the girls, she takes art ideas from other universes and brings them back to hers and just draws them in her universe. I'm like, yeah, I get you're straight up stealing these ideas. Yes, it's not your universe, so people don't know about it, but it's still like stealing ideas and it's just not making your own art for it, where you'll get some notoriety. People think it's cool, it's yours. You might get more money for it. I don't know what artists make for it, even if you have your own gallery or showing thing, if that's even worth it. It's like, I don't know why you would do that. Parallel universes, what would I do in a parallel universe? I guess I haven't put much thought into it, so maybe I would do that. It's like stealing from it to bring to yours. I mean, maybe if it's something like advances your society for it. Also, one of the guys does that and interviews a guy, and he brings back his like ideas, revolutionary ideas, and he just takes them as his own. He's all over the internet, getting way too many people researching him. Because then the thought is, well, what if you from another universe comes along, like messes you up? Yeah, that would be unfortunate. And this is a terrible explanation of the movie and time travel and parallel universes and what I would do. But the entire time they're just taking stuff from them. Then they're mad about one of their friends in one universe, then they go to a parallel universe, then they beat up that friend. I'm like, why are you beating up that friend in another universe? What is that benefiting? Like, just go to the gym, hit a punching bag, print out the picture, put the guy's face on there. That does the same thing. You don't gotta go mess up a different parallel universe. Because yeah, the issue I'm having is like like da 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 da. Because one of the questions is, are people from parallel universe real people? I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. The other thing, I don't think I want to go to space. It seems way too scary, way too unpredictable type stuff. Even flying, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I like having my feet on the ground, maybe 4 wheels driving. I think I'm more comfortable driving places than going up and flying. But parallel, I don't know, it's all right, but the entire time I'm shaking my head. They're stealing from other places, getting themselves way too much in the news for it, way too risky with it. And yeah, they're going to get caught by someone. Things are going to go poorly. Yeah, I think one of their friends died because he got shot. And then they're like, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll bring a parallel universe, a person from a parallel universe into our world and have him just replace him. So that way there's not like a big investigation into this. I'm like, man, that is crazy. All right, let's do one more blood pressure check. This one I'll stay quiet for. Maybe it'll be an accurate reading, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the charity choosing, I'll get to that next week. For it, gotta keep this tight. I gotta go eat dinner, replenish. Yeah. All right, blood pressure. Gotta stay quiet during it. All right, nice. 114/64. HIPAA. That's between me and my doctor. You don't know my medical history. Is that a good number? Who knows? Am I trying to raise awareness for health? Maybe. But thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, reach out, DM. Quinceanera, reach out, send some shirts, some bedding, underwear, socks, whatever you got, rugs, blankets. That'd be nice. Follow on X, follow on Instagram, PHGTV, Pretty Huge Reviews. Talk to you guys later. Bye.